What's up, everybody? We are back. John Delarose here. Delarose.com. That's DELARROZ.com. And you can head to the link in my description below. Sign up for my newsletter. Get a free graphic novel from me. This is Marvel Universe The End today. It's a small graphic novel. As you can see, I don't read a lot of small graphic novels, but this is only available in this format in collected edition right now. It's by Jim Starlin with Al Milgrom on inks. A team that was doing a lot. And this takes place after Infinity Abyss. So what happened with the cosmic universe, of course, there was like Starlin's sort of 70s work, which he did with Captain Marvel and Warlock. He came back in the 90s to do Infinity War, Infinity Gauntlet, and Infinity Crusade. And then after those three big events got done, he did a quick miniseries called Infinity Abyss, which kind of transitioned Thanos into a new way of being. And then this kind of follows up after that. There's one more series, which he did called Thanos Redemption after this, and then he quit Marvel for a number of years before that. New book called Thanos, gosh, I don't remember. It's a big omnibus. If you look up Marvel Omnibus Thanos, it's got his work from 2014 to 2018. But this is the last of it from that sort of early era. And it is kind of out of continuity, yet kind of in continuity. I mean, I don't know. Marvel did this like sort of the End project where they did all these characters with the End. They have Wolverine, the End. They have the Hulk, the End. They have Spider-Girl, the End, even. So they have a bunch of those. And this starts out with a typical Starlin narrative where Thanos is kind of narrating what's going on. And there's this ancient Egyptian pharaoh who like gains this cosmic power that's even greater than the cosmic cube cosmic power. And he starts to show up during this era of the X-Men, where this is the new X-Men era with, it was Grant Morrison's work, where they had new costumes yet again. And all the heroes kind of get summoned together over the course of things here. Now, Starlin's art is alright. Some of the faces look a little wonky throughout all this, but overall, I enjoy his layouts. I think they're pretty fun, pretty dynamic. He does get some political jabs at President Bush in here, which really is dated at this point. You know, I guess that was fun for him at the time to do, but whatever. He has this portion of it, and then there's one other spot in the book where he kind of does that, and it just slows down the book for pretty much no reason. But this Pharaoh dude takes over everything, and he takes over the entire universe, becomes like the god of the universe, requires everybody to worship him, and the heroes, of course, resist, and so they end up in these weird hanging crosses. Pretty neat design, I guess, by Starlin in there, and of course some heroes have to fight back, including Thanos, who of course wants the power for himself. And eventually there's a lot of time travel elements in this, and a lot of different cosmic elements, as we see Eternity here, which is kind of Jim Starlin's best work here when he gets into this stuff. He's got the Defenders together again. Now, in this one, there's a new Captain Marvel, who I'm not all that familiar with. Captain Marvel went through several iterations, and a lot of people these days probably just think of Captain Marvel as Carol Danvers, but there were a lot of different iterations of Captain Marvel prior to that. But Thanos led the Defenders, and they had to, of course, hold off these attacks while Thanos grabbed the power, and they're like, why, are you going to betray us? And he's like, you have no choice. Pretty standard storyline, but it's also fun. It worked out very well. And we get into this big cosmic battle between Thanos and this Egyptian guy who became a god. And eventually, Thanos has all the power, just like he did in the Infinity Gauntlet story. We get a lot of these type of scenes where there's crowd scenes done here. And of course, the universe kind of comes to an end here. Hence the end. Everybody teams up on Thanos, and we have this whole blackening out of the universe, and everything's gone, except for he brought Adam Warlock with him for some reason. And this is something that we'll see in a later Starlin work too, where it kind of this happens in that the new series to some degree, where they kind of get together outside of the universe and then sort of remake it together. And that's the end. So, pretty fun. I can't say it's the best of all of it, but I still say it's a fun story. Those political elements just don't really work now. I mean, it's 20 years old and totally culturally irrelevant at this point. And so, overall, I'd say it's it's an 8 out of 10. If you are reading the newer Starlin omnibus stuff, because they kind of recycle that plot. I mean, they don't use the Pharaoh guy as the universes are kind of ending and being reborn and all that. But if you are reading that omnibus, you can kind of skip this because it is a very similar storyline that feels very the same, and it's not like the characters change all that much in there. I'll be doing a cosmic reading order series where I kind of show you everything very soon, but enjoyable read. This was the last piece of the sort of Jim Starlin cosmic epic that I needed out of Marvel, and that's it. All right, hit that like and subscribe button. We will see you soon.